What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thingos back again for another video. Gonna be talking about Invincible again, and with this video it's gonna be kind of like a follow-up to the one I made yesterday where I was talking about you know, the facts and what we know for sure is going to be coming in season 2, or at least you know, what we know about season 2 so far. I wasn't really going too much into detail about like what is actually going to be in the season though, and that's what I'm here to talk about today. Now, what I really liked about the end of season 1 is that instead of just ending, it gave us a nice little montage showing us little pictures and little scenes and clips of what we can expect in future seasons, and you know, plot points that they're definitely going to pick up. And while I could go into further detail individually on all these little clips, I'm just gonna summarize it real quick up in this one and go down the list on what we can expect to see in the following season. So the first thing I noticed in that little clip and montage where they had a nice little music playing and everything was actually the Martian that was left on, well, I said the Martian, the astronaut that was left on Mars and actually got swapped out with the Martian. He actually went back to Earth instead of the real you know what I'm saying, the Martian went back to Earth instead of the real actual astronaut. And they teased that in the episode, and you get to see that the astronaut that stayed behind, he was taken over by the sea squid, and remember, he actually overthrew the Martian Empire, and it looks like he's going to be cutting up and causing a lot of trouble for whoever comes his way. Now, for people who've actually read the comics, they know the sea squid, they're an actual real threat. They're kind of like a symbiote, but instead of like just one sludgy slimy thing, it's like a multiple little creatures, multiple little spiders or little squids, and they all have one collective consciousness. So what they have to do is just attach themselves to like one solid, one person, or any kind of alien or whatever that isn't a Martian or a Viltrumite. See, Viltrumites, they're too strong, so they can't really attach themselves to them and penetrate their skin, and with Martians, their shape-shifting abilities didn't allow them to be able to do it. But mostly anything else can be taken over by the sea squid, and all they need is one organism, one person, and then they all come together and become so much more powerful, and they overthrow planets, civilizations, and all that. They even crash landed on Mars because they had just got done taking over another planet, but Mars was able to take them over and use them instead of taking them out. I don't know why the fuck they didn't take them out and just kill them right there, but they wanted to use them to like enslave them and have them be like assistants and force them to do labor and stuff like that, which came back to bite them in the ass, seriously. But like I said, you see the astronaut that was left behind getting taken over by the sea squid, and you see that he's just coming full force. And like I said, if you read the comic, you know that there's going to be a lot to come with him, and an awesome fight in the future against the Guardians of the Globe and Invincible. He's going to have to fight against the sea squid and the guy who controls him, and it's going to be epic as fuck. So I don't know if they're going to do that in season 2, wouldn't be surprised, but whether it happens in season 2 or 3, it's definitely coming. We also get a nice little tease at Doc Seismic. Now, this is pretty cool. Doc Seismic, I'm gonna say something right now. I was not expecting him to be as funny or as turned up as he was in season 1. I always thought Doc Seismic was more like cannon fodder, like, you know what I'm saying? I never really seen him as much of a threat. There was, however, this one issue of Invincible that I really did enjoy with him, and it seems like they're going to be doing that in season 2, where we see what actually happened to him when he fell down into that crater, that cave, like, you know, when he was fighting against Adam, Eve, and Invincible, which I thought was funny as hell, how he was using the gauntlets to just float around and everything. Like I said, this is stuff that never happened in the comic, and he was just had like the stuff he was saying to Eve about how he had like a degree in, like, bro, I don't even know what he said, but it was funny as hell. Like, he was talking super fast, talking about he had a degree in biology and social, like, bro, it was funny as fuck. Like, the stuff he was saying to Eve about how she, like, her costume is like so what he said, like, man, you like your costume is so feminist or something like that. I know I'm butchering the line, but you got to see that episode. It was funny as fuck. And moral of the story, he did not act that way in the comic at all, and I was not expecting that. So he's definitely a character that got a glow up that I enjoyed. One of the changes that I spoke of before that they made to a lot of characters, making them more of a threat or just giving them more to do. Doc Seismic was only in one episode, and I think his scene only was like 5 or 6 minutes, but man, did he leave a lasting impression, and I can't wait to see more from him. In the comic book, when he came back, he had actually been underneath the ground for a while, and he had like taken over some kind of subterranean creatures, like some creatures that live underground. Like he was able to take over them using his little gauntlets to, I guess, like connect to them, like using like radio frequencies to control them or something like that. But either way, it made for this awesome battle between the Guardians of the Globe once again and Invincible and all of these creatures that he had under his control. I remember this panel where Mark just fucking lost it, and he actually grabbed the bottom half of the jaw of one of those monsters, and he lifted it up, and the teeth that was hanging out of the monster's mouth, like the teeth went up through its head, like he pushed the teeth through its head. He was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I hope they put that scene in there. Like it was epic as fuck. And like I said, I wasn't expecting that. Even in the comic, I wasn't expecting that from Doc Seismic either, but it was definitely entertaining to see. And if they was able to add all that extra stuff on this character from the little bit of what we got in the comic and what they did with him in the first season in that little clip, I can only imagine how they're going to expand on that and probably give us more of a look as to, you know, how he controlled them and took them over, where he even found all those creatures. And you know what I'm saying, I feel like there's going to be a lot more with that, and I'm very looking forward to see that as well. We also get a quick little clip of Battle Beast, and I mean, come on, what more can I say about Battle Beast? Like, the guy he's awesome. I love how they portrayed him in the show. I love how he is in the comic. Michael Dorn is doing an amazing job bringing the character to life with his voice. Killing you is a mercy. Bing! I was like, oh my god, like, bro, I love Battle Beast. Episode 5 was savage as hell. Battle Beast was fucking everybody up. And like I told you before, in an interview with Katie Sackhoff and Robert Kirkman, he actually told her that he name dropped Battle Beast and said that he definitely wants to do more with a lot of characters, like give the show, give fans of the show more time with characters that didn't get as much time in the comic as he would like. Now, don't get me wrong, Battle Beast had a lot of amazing moments in the comic. He has one of the best fights in the comic, easily top 5, when he goes up against Thrag, and other moments with him are awesome as well. But I still feel like we could have got way more of the character in the comic than we actually did. He was kind of like dropped, sprinkled throughout. And every time we did see him and we did get something from him, it was awesome. But I feel like we could have got way more of him. And it seems like that's what Robert Kirkman is wanting to do. Give us a lot more with Battle Beast. And I'm very interested to see what more he does with him. I'm just letting you guys know right now, anything that we get with Battle Beast should be awesome if done right. But since his character is so amazing and so hard to like not make mistakes with him, I feel like we're gonna enjoy whatever we get more with Battle Beast. Just don't do no weird shit or make him like an odd character. Y'all are on the right track with him right now. Keep him how he is. Put him in places where he is just in a position to fuck a whole lot of shit up, and let's just watch the carnage ensue. I love Battle Beast. A lot more to expect with him. And also we get a little clip of the Flaxians. Now, they look pissed off, rightfully so. I ain't even gonna lie, I thought their planet was done. I thought maybe that was a change they made to the comic, because I mean, we knew that Omni-Man fucked that shit up in the comic book, but we didn't get an up close look at what Omni-Man actually did to their planet in the comic. Like, we got like little still pictures, little images here and there, and they talked about him like as he was a legend, the guy who destroyed they shit years ago. They had a nickname for him and everything. I think it was like the Destroyer or something, I'm not sure, but he definitely left his impact. It was felt, and ever since he did that, they look like they have a score to settle, a grudge. One thing that I really love about the Flaxians is that they constantly evolve and grow and learn and become better and better every time you see them. And that's a change that they made from the comic as well. That episode that we got, episode 2, where it was like a little Flaxian leader, and then the Flaxians kept coming back in the same episode 3 times, and each time they came back they were stronger and stronger. But when they was going back, time was passing, like years was passing. But for Invincible and them, it was only a couple of days. That did not happen in the comic at all. While the Flaxians did come back a few times, and every time they came back, they was stronger. It didn't all happen in the course of like one issue or just a couple of issues like right behind each other. Like, this was all done in one episode. I really love how they executed it, and it really shows like where the Flaxian strengths are. They are very capable, they're very smart, and they're able to evolve and become stronger and stronger no matter the opponent. So after what Omni-Man did to them, I'm fully expecting them to come back swinging, not playing no games, and ready for war. You see a quick little clip of the Flaxians going over like some battle plans, looking at Earth, and then you see one of them get like a knife and slam it down on the monitor in rage. So yeah, they ready for that smoke. They want to catch some serious fades, and I can't wait to see what more we have to look forward to with them in the coming seasons as well. It's going to be a lot of interesting stuff with the Flaxian homeworld and Monster Girl and Robot to look forward to as well. I'm not going to spoil anything, but their story is nowhere near done. And also, you get a last look at Cecil Stedman walking inside of like a little laboratory, and when he walks in there, you see D.A. St. Clair working on a whole lot more of his Reanimin, and they don't look nothing like how they looked before, even though they was already savage and dangerous and inflicted way more damage than they ever did in the comic book. Like, damn, that's another change that I actually quite like, even though it came out of nowhere. I was not expecting the Reanimin to be that strong. Like, what the fuck? Like, they was beating the shit out of Omni-Man and Invincible, and that never happened in the comic. I mean, they got a few good punches in on Invincible when he had to fight against them and fight D.A. St. Clair, but they never brought that smoke to Omni-Man like that. They were beating the shit out of his ass. So if you can see how that happened, imagine how upgraded versions, more refined versions of them, like the damage that they will inflict. And you see that he's creating like a whole army of them. They have like this sleek new armor. It's kind of golden in places, and they have like the USA sticker on the side of their shoulders. Like, they're making a whole fucking army of these guys, and I can easily see them being used against like the bigger conflicts that we got later coming on in the series, like the Invincible War, the Viltrumite War, maybe another alien invasion that they have to defend up against. Like, you definitely see that these robots are going to be used for some more shit. And like I said, given off what we had to go by from what they did, I'm super excited to see how much stronger D.A. St. Clair has made them, and you know, just how much more damage they're going to inflict when they fight whoever they're unleashed upon in the future seasons. Like, that's definitely something else I'm looking forward to. More changes that they made that I actually like. I don't mind that at all. Now, this is, as far as I know, this is all the stuff that I can remember. If I'm missing a little tease, let me know. But the only other one I can think of is the one with Conquest, but I've made like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 videos about Conquest already. I'm not going to go down that hole again, but Conquest is definitely a character that I cannot wait to see just come to the series, period. And I'm really excited to see what they're going to add on to his story. Robert Kirkman actually came out directly and said that he's going to make changes to Conquest's story. It wasn't no teases or no trolling or nothing like that. He directly said it out his mouth that he is going to make changes to Conquest story. He's going to add more stuff in there for him, and you know, just do more with the character. So I'm excited to see what he does do with Conquest. He's one of my favorite enemies in the series, and he does so much damage to the main character, and he pushes him to a lot of dark places that you're probably not ready to see Invincible go. Like, y'all gonna be ready for it though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Invincible needed something to push him into that realm of don't fuck with me, and Conquest is the one that's gonna do that. So I cannot wait to see this fight. It's easily probably the best fight in the entire series. Conquest is behind some of the best fights in the series, bro, and it's just, I can't wait to see this shit animated. If the comic book had me speechless, like, I just can't wait. Like, you know, they already added so much stuff to the confrontation between Omni-Man and Invincible in the season finale. So yeah, just to see what they're gonna add on and what else they're gonna do with the fight between him and Conquest, it just has my mind just, I cannot begin to imagine how they're going to handle this. Let's just hope they do it right. But yeah, these are all the teasers that that they showed, like in the little montage with the music playing in the back, to kind of get us ready for what's to come in the following season. So let me know in the comments what you're looking forward to seeing the most. I also want to see if they do something more with Damien Darkblood, because that's another change that they made from the comics. Damien Darkblood was not this good of a detective. He was not this interesting as a character in the comic book. In the comic book, he was more played up as a joke. Nobody really took him seriously. And when he did find out that Omni-Man was the one that killed the Guardians of the Globe, everybody and their mama already knew that he did it. So it wasn't really like a big deal, you know what I'm saying? Like, they actually laughed at him because he doesn't watch TV. And the lady, he walked through the front doors of the Pentagon, and he was just like, I know who killed the Guardians of the Globe. And the assistant there was just like, are you fucking serious? Like, bruh, like we already know who killed this nigga. So that was funny as hell. But I really want to see if they bring him back, because he was definitely an interesting character, and Clancy Brown did an amazing job bringing him to life. One of my favorite voice actors. So I want to see if they do more with him. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about you know, this video. If you like it, hit the thumbs up and let YouTube know you fuck with me, so you can recommend it for more videos like this one. Hit the bell to be notified for more videos. Subscribe, and I hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are. And until next time, guys, peace.